Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do some artwork in the style of Clary Reyes, and I'm not sure that's how you pronounce her name, but she did these artwork. This is actually done in Petri dishes, and she has this blog, this the Daily Dish, and she does this shows these images that she's created, and they're based on cells. And we're going to go in and look at what cells are in the scientific world, and we're going to do an artistic interpretation of cells, animal cells, plant cells, um, to look at the how they create these little abstract pieces of artwork. And Leah Anderson is another artist that we're going to focus on too, and I'm going to show you some 3D pieces of artwork that she created. But I wanted to print just a sampling out of Clary Reyes's artwork. And like I said, these are done in Petri dishes, and she hangs them individually together all over the wall as an installation. And it looks really, really cool. And I'll share that with y'all in the slide presentation. I wanted to show y'all a piece of artwork in progress, and I'm going to show you the process in different steps. Okay, so this is not complete. Because I'm going to do something with the negative space, and we may do a 3D component to it too. So the way this was done was with Crayola marker, watercolors, Sharpie pen, and I have a little white gel pen that you can go in and put little highlights on your little details of your cells that we're creating. So I'm going to show you a video about cells. And when you're looking at the video, I want you to take all the science information in that you can and learn from that as well. And I want you to also look at how the cells are created and created with the shapes and the colors and the lines, and see how it can influence your artwork. But one thing you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to fill it up with cells. All right. So we're going to start the first process, and I'm going to show you how to do it with marker and watercolor. First, you're just going to take whatever colors you want to use. I've got my watercolor palette here, and I've got my paper towel right here. So I'm just going to take a paintbrush. And I'm going to start, let's start one corner. And I'm going to hold, I'll put this up here so you can see how, like, you can look at the artwork. You'll have her website that you can look at her artwork while you're doing it and just kind of get inspired, like, because it's just kind of circles on top of circles. And then I might want to change it up and do maybe do this one in a triadic color scheme, which are 3 colors on the color wheel, which I'm going to do red, yellow, and blue. I like to do base some of my artwork on color scheme. Some of them I'll just do whatever colors I want, but sometimes I try to help me think about what I want to do. Then I might want to put like a little red ring around here and let the colors kind of mix together. Rinse out my brush really well before I go to the next color. So I'm going to do yellow because I said I was going to do a triadic color scheme on this particular cell. And you'll see when the colors blend together, they'll create other colors like orange. If the yellow hits the blue, it'll create green or blue-green or yellow-green. I like how it looks when they kind of run together. All right, so then I would let that one dry. So that's one. All right, so let's try using markers. I think on this one I'm going to use a black marker and maybe pink and maybe yellow-green. No particular color scheme. I just like those colors. You'll notice that the black marker kind of gives a blue tint to it. So, and that's one reason why I like it. The gray will too. So this one can be rectangular. I want to try to keep these as close together as possible. And I like to turn my marker on the side of the point just so I can get some more color out of it. And the thing is, you're going to blend this with water so you don't have to fill it in completely. This one I might want to fill it with big circles. Or shapes. Okay, so what I like to do, I'm going to put some green in there in a minute too, but I want to blend it with water first. Only on top of where the marker is, because I want to try to keep it from bleeding too much. Sometimes with a marker, you could just put water on it, it just bleeds too quickly. So I'm just going to wet just where I put the color. Don't put too much water on your brush, just enough to wet it. And then I'm going to take the paper towel and pick up some of the color. Now I want to put in some green, but I only want to put it in the dry spots, okay? Be careful not to touch the dry marker in the wet spots. All right, so that's just a little green. Now I'm going to blend it with water, and I don't care if this blends into the other colors, but I'm barely touching it because I don't want it to all go away. And if you want this to blend out a little bit more, just to show more value changes, you can. All right, then I might take some paper towel and pick up some more color just to give it some more texture. Let me do this here too. You can see how the paper towel gives it more texture too. Now, I'm also going to, I've got this squirt bottle, and we may be using the squirt bottles too. So if you want to add more texture, you just spray a little bit, and it'll make the colors run together too some, and leave a pattern. Just spritz it a little bit. See how it leaves the little white, the little dots? Now it does it more so in the marker than it does on the watercolor. But after it's dry, you can go back over this with marker too, and I'll show y'all that one on the next step. Okay, next video.